Heroes. Villains. A tale as old as time, and the never-ending battle to protect truth and justice from those who thrive on chaos and bloodshed. Come with us as we peel back the mask on your beloved Crusaders of Light and dive deep into the dark and twisted abyss of your most feared and hated harbingers of doom. Follow your host, Power Maximus, and everyone's favorite demigod, Lord Triage, as they take a trip down the rabbit hole that is everything super. So, are you a hero or a villain? Either way, find that super suit and suit up for the Super Breakdown.
What is up, all level 7s? Oh my god, we are back with another episode as always. Oh, this is going to be a good one. So, as you guys all know, I am your host, Power Maximus, the Conqueror. And we are here with the one, the only, everyone's favorite demigod, Lord Triage, and the Saiyan King himself, Saiyan Jag. We are back at it again, guys. We have an awesome show planned out for you guys today. Today, we are talking about none other than motherfucking Miles Morales. Miles Gonzalez Morales.
Gonzalez. I know his name is Gonzalez.
Yep. It's Miles G. Miles G. Morales. Yep. So, not only are we going to be talking about and breaking down Miles Morales today, the character from the beginning to where he is now, we're also going to be doing a bit of a spoiler review for Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. So, if you have not watched Across the Spider-Verse, later in the episode, you might want to tune out. Don't worry, there will be a spoiler warning, so you guys know when we're going to start talking about it. So you guys don't have to worry about anything getting spoiled for you. But I will let everyone know Across the Spider-Verse is up on Amazon Prime for free for you guys to watch. You do got to pay for the Into the Spider-Verse, but Across the Spider-Verse is up for free right now. So go check it out. But guys, let's dive into it. Lord Triage, as always, let's start us off. Oh, my bad. Hold on. My bad. I forgot. Also, while we talk today, you already know, Jag gotta do something for y'all. So he will be playing Miles Morales while we talk about Miles Morales. So Tank, if you don't mind, bring us in, brother.
Right. So first off, I want to give a little bit of a salute to the character because the character's only been around since 2011.
Right.
And there's been a lot of things that have happened in a little over a decade. So with that being said, Miles Morales first appears in Ultimate Comics number 4, and it's supposed to be that he was supposed to be the replace for Peter Parker after Peter Parker died. Now the issue became that you know how comics are, no one actually ever really stays dead unless you're Uncle Ben.
Or Miles' father.
Well, hold on. There's a little funny thing with that, and I'll get back to that in a minute.
Ooh,
so,
okay.
Yeah. So it was supposed to be that, most people know that Miles' uncle is a villain known as the Prowler, who is Aaron Davis. Little fun fact, the Prowler's original name was Hobie Brown, who was the Spider-Punk, but we'll get back to that a little bit later, too.
Oh, yeah, I want to hear about that. I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that. Damn,
Yeah.
brother, you holding out on me. God damn.
My fault.
All right.
So yes. So while his uncle, as the Prowler, was committing a theft at Oscorp, he accidentally had one of the modified spiders that Oscorp had been working on crawl onto his suit. And then when Prowler came back from a job, he wound up meeting up with his nephew Miles, and the spider wound up biting Miles. And that's how Miles wound up getting his powers. But the interesting thing is because Miles doesn't have has all the same powers as Peter Parker with a few additional ones.
Yep. We're talking camouflage, active cloaking. We're talking about the ability to generate and absorb electricity, known as his venom blasts. As you saw Jag use just a moment ago with the uppercut. But yeah, and there's something else too. Or is it just those two? Just camouflage and venom blast. I think that's pretty much it. I think that's it. I'm not too sure.
Listen, what else does he need?
Honestly, well, he is also black too.
Oh my God! Well, hold on. He's Afro.
He's Afro Latino. Yes, he's African. His father is African American. His mother is Puerto Rican.
I say yes. Let's be politically correct for all our Spanish followers.
Yeah. You got it. You gotta give it a shout out. Now the thing I like about this character is exactly what you said. He's only been around for like what was it, like a little over a decade. He's only been around for about 10 years. And he's already been making such waves. Again, as you can see, we had Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, we have Beyond the Spider-Verse coming out, on top of him being in the Spider-Man games and also getting his own spin-off game as well. So it's just been a lot. It's just been a lot. That he's done in such a little time. He's also been a part of some pretty big storylines as well, to the point where people liked him so much that they actually brought him from his universe, Earth 1610, and actually incorporated him into the main Marvel comic universe, which is the 616.
Yes, this is true. Now, here's my thing, and it's like, now don't get me wrong, I grew up reading about Peter Parker, but I don't know. I just feel like Miles Morales is not quite at Peter's level yet. And the reason why that is because I feel like Miles hasn't got a real good rogues gallery.
Yeah, not at all. He's been fighting a lot of Peter's villains.
Yes, and I think like he doesn't need to have quite the extensive rogue gallery that Peter does, but he definitely needs some of his own villains. Not knocking Kangaroo, but still.
Whoa. What?
Yes,
Explain.
Yes. Miles faced off with a villain called Kangaroo. I don't want to go into detail. Please don't make me.
That's wild. Kangaroo. Now, I mean, but we see in the Miles Morales game, we see that he has the Tinkerer, which is his love interest. Spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't played the Miles Morales game. Spoiler warning for anybody who hasn't played the game. But yeah, I mean, he has a Tinkerer from the game, who was pretty much, his little high school crush or whatever, who ends up going batshit crazy after her uncle dies.
Brother.
What is brother? You're right. Her brother.
He gets disintegrated.
Yeah, I was about to say zapped is a little understatement. Zapped is an understatement. That motherfucker got vaporized. Let's point out he got vaporized. But yeah, so now
almost botched many of that.
Now let's bring it back to even before we first see Miles Morales in the comics. So many people don't know what brought the idea, the concept of a black Spider-Man, to fruition. And it's honestly, we got to thank Donald Glover for that.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
You know, for those of you who don't know, Donald Glover, also known as Childish Gambino, he was on a show called Community back in the day, and funny ass show. If you guys haven't watched the show, go watch Community. It is fucking hilarious. And there's a scene where his character wakes up and he has Spider-Man pajamas on, and he's just stretching. He literally has Spider-Man pajamas on, and it kind of like spiraled from there. And then we see him in Homecoming.
Yes.
We see Donald Glover in Spider-Man Homecoming playing none other than what was his uncle's name?
Aaron Davis.
Playing none other than Aaron Davis, Miles Morales' uncle. But not only that,
Spoilers.
Spoilers where? Spoilers where?
If you're bringing up what I think you're about to bring up.
No, I'm not. I'm not bringing that up until later. All right. Not until we start breaking down the other stuff. Thanks for catching though. But no, he also played the voice of Miles Morales in Spider-Man as well. For which animated series? Which animated series?
The one with Drake Bell.
Why you say it like that, Dad?
You know damn well
why he said it like that.
No, I don't. I asked a very simple question.
Listen, they let that man.
Speak on it, son.
He's a pedo bear.
He's a pedo. I don't know about bear, but he's definitely a pedo. He's a pedo. They let Spider-Man be voiced by a man that likes to play with little girls' areas. Come on now. I don't want to hear it. Drake Bell, no. He was always a little weird to me. I saw him looking at Megan all types of weird. And the way he said Megan was different from the way Josh said Megan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't sound very upset with Megan. He sounded like he kind of wanted Megan.
Oh my God! Here we go.
You said it. You could have avoided it.
You could have avoided it. You could have just let us go. But no, you didn't let us go. So
listen, I didn't know nothing about the fuckery y'all talking about.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, fuck no.
Yeah, Drake Bell. He's I don't know if he's still locked up, but he did get locked up.
No, he ran to Mexico.
He ran to Mexico. No, he got locked up, and I think he got released, and he did to Mexico. But yeah, no, bro, he got exposed that he was messaging underage women, and trying to get pictures out of them. Did eventually end up getting pictures out of them, and it wasn't just like a one-time thing. Like he had been doing this for a while. For like a long time. So yeah. Yep, he got caught up with that. That's why I'm like, Drake? Yeah.
Drake?
But yeah, so back to what I said, yeah, Donald Glover voiced Miles Morales in the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series that was on Disney XD, I believe. Or it one of the Disneys. It was on the Disney.
You're right.
It was XD?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. But yeah, so if it wasn't for Donald Glover, we wouldn't have the idea of a black Spider-Man. We wouldn't have Miles Morales at all. For those you don't know, yes, Peter's from Queens, but Miles is from Brooklyn. Miles is from Brooklyn. I want to point that out.
Sure.
So he not afraid to, as you can see, hit him with the Timbs. Look, my boy got the North Face jacket, the puffy North Face on with the fur and the collar. He got the what was it? The faded blue jeans with the Timbs on. Like, come on now.
You about to fuck up somebody's day. That's for damn sure.
For real, he about to fuck somebody day up. And those are the same Timbs he was wearing in his spider suit just now. So same damn
some
Timbs.
teeth in there. Here, got some teeth in there.
He got some teeth. He got some teeth in there. That's hilarious. But yeah, so Miles has been within the last 10 years is absolutely blowing the fuck up. And I love it. So I don't know. I just wanna, me personally, Tank, you beat the game, right?
Of course.
All right. I know Jags beat the game and I beat the game. I'm currently trying to platinum the game. So let's start off. Matter of fact, let's start off with the game. Let's start off with breaking down the game.
Oh, I knew you were going to do this.
Spoiler warnings, guys. But I just want to break down this is a quick concept of the game and how the characters portrayed in the game. I don't really want to get into like the story too much, but I just want to talk about like how the character himself is portrayed in the show. And no, we're not going to touch on the situation we talked about right before we went live. We're not going to touch on that. I hope we don't touch on that subject. I hope we don't go there. I hope we don't go there.
Oh well, it's going to get mentioned, but not in that context.
Not in that context. But yeah. So how do you? All right, Jag. How do you feel Miles is portrayed in the game? As compared to the comic books, the animated series, and then the franchise.
They gave him. Tell you the truth.
Okay.
This is why this is one of the main reasons why he's so popular now.
All right, I can see that. Triage. What do you think?
I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed playing as Miles more than it is playing as Peter. But I think the Peter Parker game had a better story.
Yeah. Yep. I can agree on that. I feel like, well, it was also because the story was longer as well.
Well, it goes back to the Rose Gallery thing, like I said before.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, it definitely goes back to that. He doesn't really have any villains, so yeah, they had to kind of like make up a story kind of on the spot, right off of a whim. So for me, I felt like this has been a great, like, honestly, yeah, one of the best. Aside from Into the Spider-Verse and the Spider-Verse franchise, I feel like this really kind of hit it off really, for him. The comic books, they were doing good. He was catching popularity with the comic books, but like Jag said, once this game came out, boom, instant explosion, fucking full Venom smash, if you would, and I feel like his character's portrayed so genuinely and authentically, and I feel like in the game they really balance out both his African American side as well as his Latino side. Of course, living with unfortunately his father passing away, only living with his Puerto Rican mom and stuff like that. So there's definitely that diversity with the game, even with his sidekick. With his sidekick Genki is Asian in the game. And so there's just a lot of diversity, a lot of representation. So I'll touch on what we touched on back in the previously before we started going live. Not only like as soon as the game starts, as soon as you start the game, you're introduced to an African American girl who is deaf. The representation goes crazy. Her right here, as you can see in on screen right now. So, and he knows sign language too. Want to point out, not only does he speak English, but he speaks a little bit of Spanish in the game as well as sign language. The representation goes wild in this game, and I love it. I love it. I agree. I agree with Triage. The story was a little lackluster. But again, they didn't really have much to work on. Personally, that's just personally how I feel. Now Triage. Now taking the comic book adaptation, the original comic book adaptation of Miles, how would you be able to compare and contrast Miles from the comic books to Miles from the game?
Well, a big thing with Miles in the comics is initially opposed to like Peter Parker. Peter Parker wanted to use his powers for like fortune and fame, or to get established or get ahead. Miles actually had no interest in using them.
Wait! You said Peter did what? Peter was trying to do what?
Peter was trying to use his powers to get rich.
The wrestler outfit.
Oh, the wrestler outfit. Yeah.
We tried to do the wrestler, and that's how the whole Uncle Ben situation happened.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thanks for catching me up. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, so Miles actually had no initial interest in using his powers until Peter Parker dies in a fight with the Green Goblin, and in his universe, that's what kind of motivated him to jump into the fray. It wasn't the death of his Uncle Aaron like it was in Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay. All right. Now compare and contrast comic book to the movie adaptation.
I mean, I appreciate the movie adaptation because Miles just seemed like he was just a genuine happy kid, just wanted to have fun, live his life, and then he gets thrust with all this responsibility, and the saying goes,
with great power comes great responsibility.
All right. So
and bitches.
Oh
my god! Or hit him with the Tobey Maguire. I don't really see how that's my problem.
Yeah. Hey man, in all fairness, if the fight promoter hadn't been a dick, none of that would have happened.
Yeah, for real, man. Give the man his money. He won, fair and square. I'm just saying, if I was Tobey Maguire, Peter, I would have turned around, went right back up in that office, and threw some dirt in his eye.
Huh?
You don't remember that from Spider-Man 3? Evil Peter.
Yes, I remember. Yeah, I'm a little surprised you made the reference, but not to go along with it.
Emo Peter. Why?
Which one of the wild part is I'm confused because the emo thing works in that case.
Mm-hmm.
Now, excuse me, the emo thing doesn't work in that scenario, but it works for Wednesday Addams, so I don't want to hear it.
I don't know if I want to touch that one.
Listen, man, what is the difference between Peter doing his dance outside the thing in the store once he puts the suit on and Wednesday doing the little dance in the ball? I'll wait.
You know full goddamn well what the difference is.
No, I don't. No, the fuck I don't. I'm waiting.
Jack, tell him the difference, because I can't tell him the difference.
Yeah, I'm not telling him the difference. You tell him the difference.
I can't. I have a ring on my finger.
Good God. Oh Lord. See, once again, you fucking godless heathens.
So Jack, tell him the difference.
I'm good. Say that one.
Okay, I'll put it this way, and I'll make it a bit obscure.
Oh, I fucking can't.
I'm not saying who, but one of them was in a movie with Kid Cudi called X.
Interesting.
Yes. Which was a horror movie about a group of kids trying to make porn. That's the difference.
Okay, you say so.
But, all right, all jokes aside, the real difference is the fact that Wednesday Addams was made to be emo, gothic, dark, kind of evil looking. Peter Parker, that's not his thing. And Tobey Maguire of all people, them bright blue eyes can't be evil.
All right, sure. They said the same thing about Macaulay Culkin until he did the whole Sun movie with Elijah Wood. I'm just saying.
Oh,
listen,
damn.
all it is perception and timing. It's just perception and timing. But
wow, that's a good one. Wow, that brought it back. I forgot about that movie. Holy shit, nice. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sometimes I forget that you're older than us.
Just by a few years, yes, but it makes a difference.
It does make a difference. At least the era, because like you're not just older, but you're from a different era. You're like from the ending of an era. We're from the beginning of the era right after you.
Yes.
So yeah, there's a difference in the eras. That's really what it is. But damn, wow, yeah, but yeah, so that's why that didn't work. Now, speaking of emo Peter, jump forward a little bit. We've all seen the gameplay and a little sneak peek of what we have to come in Spider-Man 2 with the Venom suit. You think they're gonna do the dance? You think they're gonna have him do a dance?
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, hold on. That's not true because Lord knows they did have him do it, and Into the Spider-Verse they made fun of it. So it's like,
oh yeah, they did. But so I'm just saying, now that he actually has the actual suit, as we've all seen in Spider-Man 2,
they're gonna take him more serious. Come on now.
But I'm just saying, why would they not take that opportunity? Why would they not take the opportunity? I would.
Well, we know what you would do, you godless heathen. But the point is, it's one of the things like people can look at it and laugh. People can look at it and have the response that you guys had when you saw it for the first time. When Tobey Maguire did it. So it just depends.
Yeah. So I personally just think that like I feel like that would be a really, really fun nod because in the first game they threw in they put the Raimi suit in the game.
Well, yeah, because that's most people's depiction of Spider-Man. I'm not surprised by it at all.
I wasn't either. I saw it coming. I was hoping they were going to do it. They did it like later on in the game. It was like a DLC, a free DLC that they just a few update that they gave. But that's something that I hope that they kind of carry over and just keep. I want them just to keep making the connections between all the different types of Spider-Man, every different incarnation of Spider-Man. I would like them to keep those connections.
Well, hold on. Only if the connections are accurate. I want to give a shout out to my tattoo artist real quick. My boy Gary at Dark Tower Tattoos in Troy. Now, because one of the things we talked about with this was if you watched Across the Spider-Verse, Miguel O'Hare, that's not the Miguel O'Hare from the comics.
Spoiler alert. Before we go any further, spoiler alert. If you have not watched Across the Spider-Verse, I suggest you leave the stream running, put it on mute, and then run it back later. But you definitely need to go to Amazon Prime, Amazon Video, and watch Across the Spider-Verse. It is free. So you godless heathens don't have to go pay for it again. I mean, you're already paying for it because you have Prime. But still, point is, yes, go watch the movie. Spoiler alert going forward. All right, brother, take it away.
So, like Miles Morales, not Miles Morales, sorry. Miguel O'Hare actually had, a more lighthearted attitude and personality, and he actually did work for Alchemax. That was another thing I thought that was really interesting. That company that the Spot worked for, he worked there. So it's like they had the elements, but it's like it got changed so it would fit the story.
Okay. Now, well, wasn't the let's call it Alchemax, right? That's what it was called.
Yep.
Alchemax, and that's the company that pretty much has been bioengineering the spider. Essentially.
Yes. Well, here's the thing too, and this is one of the things I thought that was really interesting because one of the things that you never saw was Miguel O'Hare's origin. You saw everybody else's.
Yeah, you just saw him tell you about the shit that he's been. You never actually see his origin or how he get. Wait, yeah, we did. It was
No,
quick. It was quick and brief.
but they didn't go into detail because it's one of those things where it's in continuity with the story.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not in
yeah,
continuity with
yeah.
the story. Excuse me.
He only talked about the spider bite. He didn't talk about the other half of it, him being part vampire. They never
Yeah,
talked about that.
the whole thing with the incursion, how that was his fault because he tried to steal the other version of him's kid and the other wild shit. Yes. So it's like that was never really touched on in actual detail. They just gave him that backstory. He never actually said what the actual issue was that caused him to become that way. Because he was actually set up by someone he worked with who turned him into that version of Spider-Man.
Oh, whoa.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got forced. He wasn't even. He got. Yeah, he got. It was a setup situation.
Oh, that's wild. So what's up? What's up with the vampire? I know we're supposed to be talking about Miles, but this is a part of Into the Spider-Verse, so people can really truly understand more. So what's up with the vampire side of things with Miguel?
Now, that was never really clarified well. So I always took it as one of those things like where, how can I put this? I always took it as one of those things like where it was one of those things where, you know how like how Miles, how all the Spider-Men have the abilities of a spider.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like how Blade technically has the abilities of a bat, but it's one of those things like where if a spider has to be seek its sustenance in smaller animals, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's less vampire-esque and more Black Widow-esque. It's more Spider-esque than it is than actual vampire.
Yes.
So it's more. He has more of the aspect of spiders got to eat.
Yes.
Okay. Now, see, now I never knew that. All right. Now, we'll run it forward real quick. So, Into the Spider-Verse itself, Into the Spider-Verse alone, how do you feel that holds up to, let's say the storybook or anything else? Oh, wow. Geez. My bad, guys. I just realized we've had a ton of comments coming in. My bad. We've had a whole ton of comments coming in and didn't really see it. But yes. So, all right. I'm just going through these comments real quick. Yeah, we had a. Jeez, we apologize. I didn't even see these coming through just now.
No. Of course, you put a gun at me. Of course, I ain't do it, man.
Wow. Super racist.
Oh God. I feel like this had the same energy as Dragon Ball Z when Goku Black came in. Wait, don't shoot. He's black.
Oh my god. I can't. I fucking can't.
Well, in this case, it's shoot. He's black. That's wild. Damn. I wish I had the ability to go invisible. Sorry, I got off track real quick. Yeah. So, Into the Spider-Verse. Like, how do you feel that? I personally feel like that set up Miles going forward perfectly. I felt that the movie was executed so well that it's like you kind of anytime that Miles comes up, aside from the video game Miles, like I'm comparing everything to the Spider-Verse Miles, because to me right now that's like the number
Gold standard.
Yeah, the gold standard. Yeah, it's like the gold standard from right now. So how do you feel on that about Into the Spider-Verse itself?
Well, I'll put it this way. I'm a big Pixar guy. I grew up watching the Pixar movies, right?
Yep.
And
Yep.
it's like
Yep.
how
Yep. Yep.
Pixar would win best animated movie every year at the Oscars and win all the awards, and that was the case until Miles Morales was on the scene.
Ooh. True. True. True.
So
True
it's like
that.
if he's wrestling power from the mouse, I'm just saying.
Well, now, but here's the thing, though. That's making clear. Pixar isn't necessarily the mouse.
Oh, okay, yes, you're correct. You're correct.
Pixar does work with the mouse, but Pixar is its own company alone. Same thing with DreamWorks. Pixar and DreamWorks are their own company alone. Sometimes they'll stroke the mouse a little bit.
Pause.
No
I
pause.
think the mouse
That's
owns
literally...
Pixar, man.
Oh, actually, no, you're right. I think you're right. I think they recently bought Pixar. They got tired. They got tired of Pixar beating them out, so they bought Pixar. Let me do a quick Google search real quick. But continue with what you're saying.
He said, "Stroke the mouse." Oh my lord. So yes, my whole thing. What was I saying? Actually, he completely lost me with the whole stroke the mouse thing. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Here we go again.
Well, listen, you know what happens to the companies that don't stroke the mouse. They get bought. Bought.
Oh God. Well, I mean,
all right. Yep. In 2006, they bought Pixar. 2006, they bought Pixar. Oh my God. They own Fox, Pixar, LucasArts, Marvel. Dude. And because they own Fox, they own New Line Cinema as well. Apparently there's 7 companies overall that Disney owns. 7 that they own.
I'm not surprised.
That is
ESPN and all that stuff too.
Oh yeah, they do own ESPN. Wow, that's crazy. So they own Fox, they own Capital Cities or ABC, they own Pixar, Lucasfilms, Marvel Entertainment, Fox Family World, BAM Tech, Disney Diversity and Inclusionist Transparency. I think that's probably their company to make sure that they put black people in their stuff. I'm sorry, did I go a little too far there? My bad. We'll run it back. We'll run it back. So we're getting some comments also on our Facebook page as well. This comment reads, perhaps so originally it said, I wonder if PS4 or PS5 Miles will ever make an appearance in Beyond the Spider-Verse. To that we replied, honestly, us too, but we don't think that they're gonna bring another Miles variant in because we already have Prowler Miles. I don't think that we're gonna get this Miles as well. And we also have some comments coming in on our Twitch as well. Disney might buy Sony. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna let them do that. I don't think they're
gonna buy the rights back. They're pretty much
gonna
buy the
they might. They're probably gonna buy Spider-Man rights, but they're not gonna buy Sony. They know full well they can't buy Sony.
Because Sony's making too much money off the console division.
Yeah, way too much. Go ahead.
Fun fact. From what I remember hearing, when Spider-Man, oh my God, why did Peter Parker give Miles Morales that fucking suit? Anywho, sorry.
That suit was so fucking ugly, bro.
Oh, you mean this suit? You mean this ugly suit that I refuse
show
to wear?
them.
I refuse to wear this
show
suit.
them the suit.
I refuse to wear this suit.
Show them the suit. Show them the suit.
It's right there.
Is just. I feel like Peter didn't. I feel like that was a little racist. I'm sorry.
How was that racist? How was it racist?
He gave him. He has this fly ass suit that he built. He gave him the ugliest suit possible?
Well, technically, he didn't build that suit. Dr. Octavius built that suit.
But he pretty much gave him his hand-me-downs. He pretty much took his classic suit, put some knee pads on it, told him to put some sneakers on.
Yeah.
And that's all he did. That's what he did.
And it's like, well, Pete, there's no boots with the suit. Just throw your sneakers on. What? What?
Look at all the rest he gets, though. Look at all the rest.
Look at that. Look at that. The scarlet cowl. Look at the striped suit. Look at it. You got the tracksuit unlocked. Look at the tracksuit.
Yo, fuck Tony Stark.
Whoa. Who said Tony made any of these suits?
I'm just saying. Oh, I thought it said the Stark suit.
No. Striped.
Actually, I will say that because I just read that Miles Morales is getting the Iron Spider suit.
He does got his own.
Yeah, he does. There is actually one in the game. It's the one all the way down to the bottom. The bottom right, the last one there. It's not the Iron Spider, but it looks very Start Techy to me. But yeah, so let's see. They own Touchstone, Hulu. Let's see. But Disney is looking to buy Sony, which means they get Crunchyroll. Don't remind me.
They're not gonna let them buy it. They own too much.
They're not.
They own too
yeah.
much.
Whoa. Hold on. I got a question about that though. I thought Funimation bought Crunchyroll.
But what I was gonna say was before I got a sidetrack was that. Fun fact, when Sony bought the rights to Spider-Man, they paid $75 million for the rights for Spider-Man. $75 million. Now, they could have spent an additional, they could have got all the other characters for like 130, 150, but their response was no one gives a fuck about the other characters. So Sony really could have owned all of Marvel, but was only worried about Spider-Man because they felt Spider-Man was the cash cow.
And in reality, it was really the Avengers.
Nah, Spider-Man.
So Sony merged Crunchyroll and Funimation.
What were you saying, Jack?
But it turns so Spider-Man is still the more popular hero than everybody.
He was the one that really kicked it off.
I wouldn't say that. I just think it was he was the one who was done best.
True. I feel like the two Marvel properties that really made Marvel what it is today would be Spider-Man and X-Men. Not even Captain America. Captain America probably falls third or fourth. But number one, Spider-Man. Number two, the X-Men. I'd say number three would probably be Iron Man, and then Captain America came behind it. Would be behind that as in popularity.
I don't agree with that statement. I think it's one of the things that it also depends on what story you're reading and why you're reading it. Because let's be honest, people who read Fantastic Four don't read the Fantastic Four for the Fantastic Four. They read the Fantastic Four because of Doom.
Oh, that's a hot topic, but it's absolutely fucking true. That is absolutely true. Nobody really cares about Fantastic Four. We care about Doom.
There ain't no one who's ever gone. There ain't no person I know who's ever gone. Yeah, Reed Richards is my favorite character. It never happens.
Never.
That's what I
at one point. At one point, I did like Human Torch. Human Torch was my favorite character at one point. But I was young and kind of naive at the point.
Right.
Did you just stick them all to the wall, Jag?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh, the one got stuck backwards. Stuck him backwards. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't know I stuck him backwards.
Both of them got stuck backwards?
He got stuck backwards too.
All three of them got stuck backwards.
I think they're all going to suffocate.
Down. Crime doesn't pay. Fuck them niggas.
Well, at least he didn't throw him off the roof. I could have threw him off the roof.
Yeah. And that was an interesting thing in the original Spider-Man game. They actually showed the web sling out from the building and pull them towards the building so they didn't die.
Yeah, now Miles just let niggas fall to their death.
Yup. Timberlands. Ah. ah. A-Town stomping niggas.
Oh, good God. But yeah, so that's my thing. It's like it depends on what story you're reading and why you're reading it. Because it's like I would say that the Incredible, I would go as far as to say the Incredible Hulk was a more popular character than not Spider-Man, was a more popular character than Iron Man.
Agree. Yep. Yeah. I agree.
And then it's like, let's also look at these characters and their villains. Like, name 3 Iron Man villains off the top of your head that weren't in the movies. I'll wait.
That weren't in the movies?
That weren't in the movies.
Crimson Dynamo.
I said 3. That's 1. Go ahead.
Crimson Dynamo.
And technically, Whiplash, played by Mickey Rourke, was supposed to be a combination of Whiplash and Crimson Dynamo. But continue.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't all right. So I wasn't bugging on that, right? I kind of that's what I felt as well. But they didn't have Crimson Dynamo. We didn't see Fing Fang Foom.
Did you really just bring up the dragon?
We brought up the alien dragon. Yes, I did.
He's on a billboard in the first Iron Man movie. Continue.
Is he?
Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? Yeah.
Well, we didn't see the actual villain.
Well, let's be honest. Could they have done that and it not have been goofy?
Absolutely not. That's why they went the extremist route.
They haven't done the Galactus yet.
No, Galactus they can do, and the Galactus not be goofy. They could definitely do Galactus.
Yeah, they can definitely do that. They can definitely do that.
It's just that how are they going to have people fight Galactus? That's the only question.
That's it. You don't fight Galactus. You get him to go away. Unless you're a cosmic being, you don't fight Galactus. The fuck? You don't fight Galactus.
So that's the Ghost Rider.
Go away. But at the time, he was cosmic. He was cosmic at that point. Because remember, the Ghost Rider, he had that Ghost Rider. Speaking of specifically, is Punisher Ghost Rider Frank Castle, and he becomes the Herald of Galactus to only in turn around, and so pretty much he becomes the Herald of Galactus to, I believe, to go after Thanos, because Thanos had fucked up Galactus too. So Galactus was looking for revenge. And it had been years because Thanos had wiped out all of Earth's heroes. Literally, Frank Castle Ghost Rider was the last hero alive. The last being alive on Earth. Then Galactus popped up all hurt and injured and shit. So Frank Castle... Yeah,
now go ahead.
Yeah. So Frank Castle Ghost Rider is like, yo, yeah, so pretty much Frank Castle becomes Ghost Rider because he ends up getting fatally wounded while battling Galactus. And Johnny and Robbie were done. So the Spirit had to find somebody new that was filled with anger and rage. And at that moment in time, Frank was filled with anger and rage towards Galactus. So they made a deal. So they made the deal. Like years later, after everybody's dead, Galactus comes to Earth, damaged and shit, about to eat the Earth, and it's like, yo, there's nothing here on Earth. I'll let you eat Earth if me and you rock together to take out Thanos. And so then Galactus imbues him with power cosmic. He is now the cosmic Ghost Rider. He's the Punisher, Ghost Rider, and a cosmic being, and the Herald of Galactus all at the same time. I forgot where I was going with this conversation. Don't even know where I started with this conversation anymore.
Oh, good God. Anywho, we're getting off the topic subject.
Yeah, big time, yeah. So, you're gonna have to take it from here. I forgot what I was talking about. Forgot where I was going because I really love that storyline, so I completely forgot anything else I was talking about.
That's another thing too. Like you said, that Miles is involved in a lot of cool storylines. Like I know that he's involved in the part. What?
No.
No what?
No. He said say no.
Oh, gee. Well, I mean, Thank you, Jack. Well, did you want to elaborate on his involvement with Null?
I think I've had too much tequila to elaborate on Null right now. How's the Johnny Walker doing, buddy?
He's hitting, but no. What I was gonna say was that Miles has played a big part in the second Civil War when he sides with Iron Man.
Yep, I forgot about that.
That cunt in the shiny condom.
Oh God, such strong feelings towards this character.
Man, fuck Iron Man. He said you lushes.
I think it was supposed to be slushes. I think she said I think it's supposed to be slushes.
Nah, it's definitely lushes. It's definitely lushes. That's funny. Oh God.
As I take another sip. But yeah, he plays a big part in the Null storyline, plays a big part in the Civil War 1 or 2? 2. 2, and that's where it's Cap versus Cap Marvel.
Iron Man versus Cap Marvel.
I'm sorry, Iron Man versus Marvel, Captain Marvel. God damn.
All I'm hearing is Robert Downey and Brie Larson, and it's sickening me. Anywho,
don't get me started on that. Don't even get started with. Oh no, don't even start on her.
Oh no, go ahead, Jack. I want to hear it. Go ahead. I'll gladly kick that hornet's nest. I want to hear it.
Miscast horribly. Does that not even? No, just no.
No. You need to explain. Go.
I want to hear it. Go ahead.
She's horribly miscast. And then had the nerve to ask for more money. And now her sequel movie has to get carried by 2 other characters because she can't carry her own damn movie. That was off topic, but I had to get that off because you brought her up.
Okay. Well, one,
those are valid points in my eyes.
Yes, that's 1. 2, I do believe she was cast off her popularity at the time. 3,
why was she popular?
She just won an Oscar. She just won an Oscar.
I don't even remember what she won it for. Was it Skull Island?
No, Jesus Christ, no. The point. So, like I said, she was cast off her popularity. I think it's one of those things like where she's not the Carol Danvers that we grew up reading about. I don't like this whole thing with the Skrull being the refugees. That's not the story I grew up reading about. Oh, which reminds me, are you guys caught up on Secret Invasion?
Spoilers. Yeah.
No, we're not going into details. We're just asking a question.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Okay. So yes. So we're finally actually getting to see the Skrull the way we all know the Skrull to be. But I also think that's one of the things where it was political and what was going on in the country and who was in charge of the country at the time. So.
Whoa, hold on, run that back. I'm sorry, you lost me for a quick second. I was trying to figure out what the fuck Brie Larson won for.
I would wait. Jesus Christ, Power. Can you please focus?
I'm trying, but I feel so strongly about Brie Larson.
The movie's called Room. Look it up.
Oh, okay. Yep, Room. Yeah. So I've never heard of it before. She won an Oscar for some shit that no one's ever really heard of before. If it didn't bring in the box office, it didn't bring nowhere. Anyways, Brie Larson sucks, so we're just gonna keep moving forward.
Good God. And hold on, let's be honest. All right, her character is super strong. She is OD powerful, but it's like I'm not impressed by her power at all. Like, all right, we get that she's strong, but it's like I'm not impressed by nothing that she's done yet. She came in, flew through Thanos' ship, got headbutted by him, and then got smacked with the Power Stone. I'm like, what am I looking at here?
Thank you. Guys, we're going to take a quick little side tangent for a quick minute. We'll get back to Miles in a moment. This bitch, first off, I want to point out, Carol Danvers, she doesn't even have the power to fly. She got that power from Rogue. That's one. I want to point that out.
Wait, what?
Yes. Yeah. Carol Danvers originally. So Carol Danvers' powers was essentially the ability to absorb and redirect cosmic energy, photon energy, cosmic energy. Right. There was a whole point where back when Rogue was actually a villain at one point, not necessarily a villain, anti-villain, anti-hero. Her and Rogue fight.
Full-on villain.
Yeah, full-on villain. Her and Rogue had a fight. Rogue took her powers, but at the same time ended up taking her identity as well. So for a moment in time there, Rogue became Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel, right? And then with those powers gone, Carol ended up igniting a different set of powers within Carol, and she became some different hero that was like made of pure energy or some shit like that. Shit was weird, right? It wasn't only until they ended up meeting back up, ended up fighting again, and then she ended up getting her powers back somehow. I don't fucking know. The story was crazy. Ended up getting her powers back, that she actually Rogue ended up transferring the power to fly to her. She can't even fly, first off, and her powers were only bolstered by the fact that Rogue had accumulated a bunch of other fucking powers on top of that. So Carol ended up getting bits and pieces of those powers when she got her powers back. So I just want to point out this Captain Marvel, the blue nigga, yes. Captain Marvel, as in Carol Danvers, nah, I can't co-sign for her. And then when you bring her into the actual movies, they made her so OP. She could have single-handedly 1v1 Thanos and won, but plot armor. To me, Carol Danvers has the same powers as fucking Dominic Toretto.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
You
know what it's called? You don't know what the power's called?
I'm waiting.
Plot armor. It's called fucking plot armor. That's her power. Plot armor. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that Marvel had, brought up, had decided to, fuck it, when the crackdown, we're gonna have a strong, empowered female lead. I love that. But the movie wasn't written well at all. Brie Larson is not fit to play Captain Marvel, because even then, she didn't want to bulk up for the role. She didn't even want to bulk up for the role either.
Oh, niggas see me.
So she didn't even care. First of all, she didn't care about portraying the character accurately at all. So to me personally, she was just a bad fit for the role in general. She didn't care about the character, care about the role, really. She just wanted that Disney money. She wanted that mouse money. She decided, you know what? I'll stroke the mouse without letting him finish.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. He said I'll stroke the mouse. Oh my God. What the fuck is the matter with you? Oh my God.
But you literally, I'm sorry, I just went on a whole ass rant. Level 7s, I apologize. I just went on a whole ass rant. I just don't like Brie Larson. Like, she was even trash in Fast X. I'm sorry. I don't like Brie Larson at all. I don't like her acting. And the Disney series Miss Marvel was good all the way up until I saw Brie Larson. Then I didn't like it anymore. That's a lie. I'm exaggerating. I love the show. But no, yes. And her sequel has to be carried by two other characters that people are more interested in than her. We are way more interested in Monica Rambeau. We're way more interested in Kamala Khan.
Monica Rambeau, I'm not interested in. I'm not going to lie. I give zero fucks. Kamala Khan.
Spectrum/Photon? Really?
I give zero fucks. Now, my thing with that is that's going to be like a big ass vendetta because of the whole thing with her mom, and in fact she never came back, and it's not. I'm not interested in seeing that at all. Kamala Khan, on the other hand, I am going to appreciate that, one, because of the representation, two, because of the actual genuine originality of her character, and then three, the performance that the actress is giving.
I agree. Jack, hit the can. Don't hit the ground. Hit the can over there. It's going to draw him further away.
You ever play kick the can, Jack?
Kick the can. Oh my God! Kick the can. That was a good reference. That was a good fucking reference. Jackie Chan, right?
I'm just saying.
You ever play Kick the Can? Bink, 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 bink. He fucking threw the dude in the fucking barrel, started kicking the can. Oh, that was good. Oh, that was pretty good. Again, yeah, sorry. Back to Miles. We apologize, getting off, going off topic like that, but listen, that needed to be discussed. Someone needed to say it. God damn it. But yeah, so Miles ends up, the whole thing started with Miles being a big part of Civil War 2 by taking Cap's side. Would you mind please expanding
Cap.
on that?
It wasn't Cap, it was Iron Man.
I keep saying Cap. Because at least in this time around, Iron Man is in the position that Cap was in, that he put Cap in. That's the way I see it. You know, Iron Man is Tony Stark is in the same position that he put Cap in the first Civil War. That's why I keep saying Cap. But yeah, so he joined Iron Man's side. But there were two Caps on Iron Man's side. Bucky and Sam. They were both Captain America at the time. And then later on down the line, Steve comes back weirdly, oddly. Anyways, but yeah, no, so what role did he play in Civil War 2? What was the significance of him taking Tony's side?
Honestly, I can't even answer that because I never read the story. I never read Civil War 2 because I felt like it would never compare to Civil War 1. Everyone said it's skippable, so I never read it.
Oh, all right. I mean, want to know what I find interesting? So they've been saying that, you said that Miles was an integral part in Civil War 2, but so was Peter in Civil War 1.
Yes.
So I love the fact that Spider-Man I hate this mission. I hate this sneak mission so fucking much. It took me 2 hours to do this sneak mission right here.
This one out? Yeah, it's gonna take me a minute. It's gonna take me a minute probably.
Because I was trying to ultimate it. I was trying to get the best score.
I'm not opening a minute. I'm just trying to get it done.
That's wild. I fucking hated this one so much. But I just love the fact that both Spider-Man played an integral role in such a big part of the story of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm sorry, Marvel comic book universe. And that's the thing about Spider-Man. Like, I personally feel like, and I'll say this, they always have the character coming in clutch. Like he always ends up somehow, some way playing such a pivotal role. He didn't Spider-Man, whether I think Peter play an integral role in Secret Wars too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where we got the black suit.
Yeah. So every time we turn around, Spider-Man, whether some incarnation of Spider-Man, it's playing such an integral role within the within the Marvel comics. And I love that because, like, the character, I feel like the character, you can put the character in any damn situation and they'll be able to kind of work their way out and or make it work in some way, shape, or form. Shoot a shock charge on the bomb.
Huh?
Shoot a shock charge right there in the middle.
I can't.
Hold the thing. You can't shoot one. That's what I started fucking shooting shock charges. You don't have any? You don't have any remote detonators?
No, I'm from the beginning of the game.
Oh, Damn, you haven't got there yet? Oh,
No.
yeah.
I'm doing this new-
I did this mission late in the game when I was late game. I did this late game.
No, it's in the beginning of the game. So I'm
Yeah.
just trying to figure this. I'm just trying to get it done so I can get the other mission that's at the end of it. Do the secret boss
okay.
fight in the game.
Whoa, secret boss fight in the game?
Yeah.
Who?
Vulture.
Did I fight Vulture? He's at the college campus, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I did fight. Okay, I did get it. I did fight Vulture. Yeah, I did get it. Okay, I'm not. All right, but yeah. So now let's run it forward. And no, him and Venom were the first people. So it started as a fight between Miles and Venom for the King in Black storyline. And speaking of King in Black storyline, I have what is it? Issue number. Which issue number is this?
Fuck it, got caught.
This one. I personally have King in Black issue number
I'm doing this
1.
I'm not doing this shit right now.
I believe I don't want to take it out the plastic. I don't want to take it out the plastic. But yes, I have King in Black. Variant edition. So this is where we first get introduced to the proto dragons of Null's creation. And they're there for Venom. And there's a whole thing where Venom gets captured and it's up to Miles to, and again, this is good. This goes along to what you said earlier, Triage, about Miles not having his own rogues gallery. Why is Miles fighting Venom? Eddie Brock Venom.
He's also fought Carnage in that too.
Yeah, and he also fought. He ends up fighting Carnage as well. So that's
taking him over.
It's like, you know,
yes.
So
Speaking of which, that's something I want to touch on real quick. So I found this out recently, and it really jams my Glock.
Jams your Glock, you say?
Yes, it really jams my Glock. So the issue
That's going on a t-shirt, god damn it. That's going on a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt right there. Jams my Glock.
So
that's going on a t-shirt. That's good.
Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen Across the Spider-Verse. As we know, there are certain canon events within the timeline that cannot be changed. Right?
Canon events.
An event that has to happen, otherwise it destabilizes time and reality as we know it. Now, in Across the Spider-Verse, we see that one of the major canon events for Spider-Man is that Spider-Man has the death of a loved one that propels him on the path to be Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. For most Spider-Man, it's Uncle Ben, in my air quotations. Now, if you know your Spider-Man lore from the comics, it's explained that Venom does wind up taking over Miles' body, trying to kill him, whatever. But the person who stops Miles is Rio, his mother.
Oh.
And how Miles' mother actually winds up being grievously wounded while trying to stop the Venom symbiote. And that's one of the things that propels him forward in his journey as Spider-Man, opposed to in the movie where it's the death of his father.
Oh, so in the comics, it's actually his mother that dies, and not his father.
Correct.
Rah. Running around the block with a Glock. Oh my god. Swinging around the block with my Glock. There you go. Swinging around the block with my Glock. Yeah, that's crazy. I never knew that. I thought it was always his father. Because again, as spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Across the Spider-Verse, and Across the Spider-Verse, it's revealed that there's two important people that die in a Spider-Man's life. An uncle and a sergeant. And a police sergeant. His uncle Aaron died. And his father was about to become chief or whatever. Who knows? It's a high-ranking police official that dies that Spider-Man is close with dies.
I want to say it was Captain.
Captain. Yep, Captain. And his father was about to make Captain. So I find that interesting that they changed that up.
Well, of course, they changed it up. They can't have the black man being led by the black man.
Oh, hot take, hot take, hot take.
I just webs to the building. Damn it!
I'm just saying.
Oh wow, yeah, it really does. That's great. Oh no, bro! I drink that much, I have the hiccups.
Did he web to the building? Did the bigger dude web to the building? Yeah, he did.
Wow. So now going forward, so I want to let's do a quick spoiler review, ladies and gentlemen. All level 7. This is going to be a spoiler review right now. Over Across the Spider-Verse. Let's hit it from beginning to the end. We've all seen it. We all watched it. What are your guys' thoughts on Across the Spider-Verse?
Let me get rid of the suit, man. Let me get in the suit.
You mean like overall as a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, overall scale of 1 to 10.
Across the Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse?
Across.
I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, I can give it. I'll give it an 8.5 just because there's certain things that I'll give it an 8.5 because of the soundtrack. The point five is the soundtrack.
Well, yes, while the soundtrack does slap, there is a few other pointers that mark it up or mark it down. The movie has its little political points, which are directed towards certain groups of people. I'm not going to say who, but it's also one of those things where I feel like I don't want Spider-Man to become pushing an agenda. That's my concern.
Big time. Because again, we talked about that article recently that I don't really want to bring it up just yet, but that article that involving Gwen Stacy, that kind of threw me off a little bit as well. Quick, yes, we have to do a quick acknowledgement. I'm gonna let you finish in 1 sec. We got to do a quick acknowledgement that the Lego Spider-Man scene in the movie was animated by a 14-year-old kid.
That's actually pretty dope.
Yep.
That's dope.
Yep. So, and he did that after he saw the trailer. That scene wasn't originally in the movie, but after he saw the trailer, he was like, "Oh, I got to do this." Yeah. So they because he did a little fan film, and they saw it. They're like, "Dude, this is fire. This is awesome." And so they added it in. Yeah, the entire Lego Spider-Man scene was a kid.
Miguel O'Hara did say that the Lego Peter was one of the best.
Yep, he did say it was one of the best. Yep. But yeah. So what are the certain aspects that for you? Let's say it this way. What aspects for you don't make it a 10 out of 10?
What aspects for me don't make it a 10 out of 10? The aspects for me that don't make it a 10 out of 10 is that it did nothing to further and that it did nothing to further Miles Rose Gallery. Like, we're not establishing him as him having his own villains, because if you know your Spider-Man lore, the Spot is one of Peter Parker's enemies. Yeah.
Yep.
So I felt like the villain should have been completely original for the story. I get the whole thing with him crossing the universes and the whole thing they did with the portals and how it goes back to the original movie, but I don't know. I was expecting more from the villain. But then again, here's another thing too. We're trying to rate this movie, and the movie's not over yet because
part 2.
Yeah, it has 2 parts to it.
All right. Well, the first part alone, I give it 8.5 because one
and technically it does give an original villain.
What?
At the end.
Oh, himself, yeah. Miles G. Morales. They're calling him. Pretty much Prowler Miles. Again, like we let y'all know there was a spoiler warning. All right, hold on. We do have a Facebook comment here. Across the Spider-Verse is an 8 out of 10 peak cinema. as an artist, I absolutely adore the unique visuals for different different characters, like Hobie Brown and the Renaissance Vulture. Nair, I definitely agree with you. I definitely
That's
agree
what it
with
took.
you.
So
That is,
they had to delay the piss out that movie. They delayed that movie like twice.
no, I definitely agree with you. It for me the thing that makes it an 8 for me is the one the different art styles for the different universes and different characters, the story most of all, the way that they were able to further each character in their own right. um the comedy of fucking course, the comedy was A1. It was fucking hilarious.
He
The
said, "How are you
cameos,
just cooler under your mask?" I
he's
was
like,
cool
well,
the
so
whole time.
the whole time. Yeah. um but yeah, it's like it just kind of like everything works together. Even the comedy was gold. The cameos, gold. Um, like, does anyone else find it interesting that within 2 weeks we had two movies that did massive cameo work?
Oh Lord, here we go.
You knew I was gonna talk about it at some point, bro. Anyways, I'll let it go. I'll let it go. I don't want to upset the spider. I don't want to upset the spider. I don't want to poke the spider. I don't like spiders anyways, but I don't want to poke the spider.
Nope, nope. We're gonna talk about it because we're gonna talk about it.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about it. I was referring to the Flash
Other tangent.
and the massive cameos that they had. Massive yet underwhelming cameos that they had. I will say they were underwhelming. Yes, Chaz. We are choosing violence today. We are choosing violence today. Um, but yeah, the Flash had some massive underwhelming cameos, but at the same time, so did Into the Spider-Verse. But they were very overwhelming. The cameos for Spider-Verse were overwhelming.
All I have to say is George Clooney.
You didn't even let me give the spoiler. We did give a spoiler warning at the beginning of this. Spoiler warning for everything. Everything that we're about to say next, going forward in this show, is all spoiler. I just want to let you know. We're just letting it out. Spoiler reviews. Here, I'll even put it up on the screen for you guys, so anyone that's recently tuning in can tell that this is about to be a spoiler review. I just want everybody to know that this is a spoiler review. We are spoiling everything. We're spoiling your very characters. We're spoiling your stories. We're spoiling your goddamn milk. Okay? We're spoiling everything. So I'm gonna put this spoiler warning up real quick for all the people that haven't tuned in yet. Spoiler warning up on the screen. Spoilers everywhere. Runaway. Scream in terror. Sorry, I have had a little bit too much tequila at this point. Let's see, dude. The one scene in the Spider-Verse looking like Marvel versus Capcom. Ooh, what scene was that? What was that one? What scene was that one? Because I think I remember something like that. I gotta go back and watch it again. It is free to watch on Amazon Prime. I gotta go back and watch that. It's free on Amazon Prime. I gotta go back and watch it. I don't remember that. I vaguely remember that. I vaguely remember that, but I gotta check it out. So I'm sorry, I interrupted. Continue. You were rating what you thought could have been better by about Across the Spider-Verse. Triage, still there? You still with us, brother?
My fault. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no. My bad. I had cut you off. You were going through your thoughts on why Spider-Verse was an 8 instead of a 10. So you said it didn't further his rogues gallery.
I feel like that because I watched it twice. After watching it the second time, I felt like there was more storytelling than there was action. Now, once again, anyone who knows me knows I love a good story, and the fact that they had all that, not necessarily time travel, but interdimensional travel, they kind of had to explain it. But it's like,
Woo. Tequila. All right. For me, all right. So for me, a few drawbacks for me was I definitely agree. It didn't further his rose gallery. Gee, oh, it's really starting to hit now, guys. Be prepared. Be prepared. We got more than 30 minutes left on the episode. Be prepared. It's about to be crazy.
yes, my teeth and ambitions are bared. Be prepared.
Listen, Chaz. I'm not going to respond to that. No. I'm drunk enough to make the perfect podcast. So for me, the drawbacks for me again was the lack of having an actual rogues gallery. The lack of original villain. I feel like they did a great story. It was a great story, absolutely. But for me, it was like there was a lot of storytelling. There was a whole lot of storytelling, really. And I feel like one, I would have liked a little more Hobie. I would have liked a little more Hobie Brown. Again, we don't call him Spider-Punk. He doesn't like to be called Spider-Punk. He is Spider-Man.
He also doesn't like to be called a hero because when you label yourself a hero, you label yourself a narcissistic. Never mind. I'm not going to go on the full rant.
But yeah, like only reason why it's not a 10 for me is because I get they're trying to drag the story out so they can get that second movie, but I really feel like they could have did more with the story for this movie in particular. And then also the lack of having Rose Gallery. So that's pretty much that's like 1.5 points right there. That it 2.5 points that it takes away from me. But other than that, the movie was absolutely fantastic. I believe Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to be absolutely ridiculous. It's going to be large scale, very large scale. Jag, what was it for you? What was the rate? What would you rate it?
Same as you guys, 8.
8.5, 8. So what was the drawback for you? Because I'm Spider-Man, bitch.
Okay. We're talking about
into the game across Spider-Verse. Yeah.
Across.
What? What made it an 8?
The beginning part. That beginning part kind of threw me off because of how the beginning of the movie started.
When it was all about Gwen.
I'm like, this is supposed to be a Miles movie. What are they doing?
I agree, but I feel like they did that because she played an important part. Let's see. Do you think there could be an extended release, like including stuff cut due to time? Oh yeah, absolutely. When it's already released on DVD and stuff too, I believe. So there's definitely going to be a lot of like extra scenes and stuff that you can go through and see that weren't in there. I recently stumbled across a test footage for Prowler Miles, for Aaron teaching Miles how to be to become the Prowler. Speaking of the Prowler,
there he is.
Dude, this is literally exactly where I'm at in my New Game Plus story. Actually, no, I did this mission. I literally just finished this mission in my New Game Plus story. But yeah, Chaz, I definitely believe that it's definitely gonna be there definitely is some stuff that got cut from that movie. Definitely believe there's some stuff that got cut. So it's we're all everyone, even our fans, even the level 7s are rating it a 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. That's a 8 out of 10 is usually, it looks like the average that everyone's going for right now. But now what are your guys' predictions for Beyond the Spider-Verse? Because I feel like the name says a lot. The name definitely says a lot. Beyond the Spider-Verse. What is Beyond the Spider-Verse? What's gonna happen in this movie that's going to break shit that much to go beyond the Spider-Verse? All right, Jag, I'll go with you first. What's your prediction on a Beyond the Spider-Verse?
They're gonna throw him inside the main MCU. Probably they're gonna have a live action scene in that movie.
I hope not.
They probably are. They probably are. They most likely are. They're probably gonna get ready to do the integration.
Who would you have play him?
I have no idea right now.
I do.
Who? That's a voice actor?
I don't know his name, but I wanted to be the kid from Cobra Kai, the one who's Kenny Payne.
Let me see. Let me look it up real quick. I'm gonna look his name up real quick.
It's freaking rocket launchers.
That was I didn't know you watched Cobra Kai. I didn't know you watched Cobra Kai. That shit was fire. That shit was fire. Oh, I forgot. You grew up during Karate Kid.
Yeah. Wax on, wax off, not whack off, whack on.
What am I whacking on?
Oh, the eyes. Whoa.
And here we go.
Her eyes open or closed.
Oh no.
Parental expression is devised.
Parental discretion is advised. It is advised. It's advised.
Where's the box? There's the box.
His name is Dallas Dupree Young. Played Kenny Payne. Dallas Dupree Young. How old is he right now? Because I know he was kind of young when he was in Cobra. All right, so he's 16. I personally, in the live action MCU, I personally would like shit, what's his name? What is his name? Caleb McLaughlin.
Who?
Caleb McLaughlin. He played Lucas in Stranger Things, the black kid from Stranger Things. Because I feel like the age range would fit perfectly with Miles. And he if you look at the character for Miles, he's very thin, but he's very acrobatic as well.
Why you niggas always gotta take the fucking card? God damn it.
Yeah, and he's 21, so he's still kind of young. But Miles Miles was like, what? In the movie, he was like, what? 16, 17?
Not even.
Not even? He was more than that?
He was younger.
Younger than 16, 17?
I want to say Miles was like 15 in that movie.
I gotta look at this. Because I don't know. That sounds a little young. Because remember, he was just preparing for college.
Well, that just depends on how good his grades are.
I don't know. It really seemed like he was preparing for college and Across the Spider-Verse.
He was. He already chose which school he was going to.
Yeah, he was. So he had to be 18. He had to be 18 at that point. Had to be about 18.
I don't think so. I distinctly remember him saying he gets his powers when he's like 13, 14. And it's only a year later.
Let's see. So Miles is roughly 14, 15 in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, making him around 16, 17 years old in Across the Spider-Verse. The movie takes place in 2018, the same year it was released. It is safe to say that this incarnation of Miles Morales wasn't born before 2003. So yeah, I was right. It's in the Across the Spider-Verse. He's about 16, 17. So pretty much they'll put him in his senior year and planning for college at that point. And so I would say Caleb McLaughlin would fit perfectly. Even though he's 21, he looks super, super young. And he's very small. So he could pull a Tom Holland and play like at least 2 to 3 years younger than him. Than with his actual age. So I agree with you. I would absolutely hate to see a live action point. Okay, post credit scene live action. If it's post credit scene live action, I'll take it. But actually, in the actual movie, I don't want it. I don't want live action in the actual movie. At post credit scene, to see him being brought in to the MCU, yeah, I could rock with that. All right, so we got a few here. Power. I saw a cornhole team called Cobra Kai Cornhole. That is horrible. That is very uncomfortable. Yeah, he's about 16, 17 across the Spider-Verse. Oh yeah, he would be in his junior year actually, especially because he was going to, junior going into senior year because they like to. Did
you say cornhole?
Yeah, she said cornhole. There's a cornhole team called Cobra Kai Cornhole.
So they're out there filling their enemies' holes, showing no mercy.
With corn. With bags of corn.
Mm-hmm.
Also called bags. Filling their enemy with bags. Bags of seed. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, I am officially at the bottom of my tequila bottle. Just emptied it out into my glass. With 30 minutes left to go. Oh, stay tuned. This is going to be a wild one. Oh, and hold up. We also have a comment on our Facebook as well. My prediction for Beyond the Spider-Verse is that the final conversation between Miles and Co. and the Spot will take place between different dimensions. Perhaps the universe tears to the brink of collapse, and Miles tries to disrupt this canon event. Ooh, Nair, that is a very, very, very good prediction. That would make for some good storytelling.
I think we're going to get to see Gwen and Miles' eventual kids.
Oh, that would be cool. So they're fighting the Spot, hopping through dimensions. Oh yes, Chaz. I have played cornhole before, multiple occasions. Thinking about playing cornhole later as well. But yeah, yes. But no, that would be very interesting, very, very interesting to see. As they're fighting, they're hopping through different dimensions. They end up falling into a dimension where Miles and Gwen have kids. A bunch of little arachnid kids running around. That would be really cool to see. That would be really, really cool to see. But I have to agree with Nair. I think that would make for really good storytelling. Having them pop through different dimensions, different universes, different Earths, and that way we can actually get a shit ton of cameos. That way. Pretty much the same way the Flash did. Spoiler alert. The same way they did the Flash cameos and have it just be like kind of like at the end in the big final battle or whatever. I think that's what they'll do here, but have it actual interactive, like the characters actually interacting as they're going through these different universes.
Incursion.
Yeah, like a massive incursion event. Oh, Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Yo, what if this event? What if this event, breaking the canon event against Spot, is the massive incursion that Circe from the Dark Dimension went to Doctor Strange to help him fix?
Where's the new form I asked for?
Yeah, what if it wasn't even Doctor Strange himself who did it? That's a possibility.
What if he's the one that has to go around fixing these incursions now? Because he fixed Peter's incursion,
Barely.
fixed his own incursion, and now have to fix Miles' incursion. Oh well, let's go. The Spot's incursion. I don't care. A lot. They even in the movie they kept blaming Miles and Gwen for what happened. Not really. Not really. I blame the Kingpin for wanting to even do the Collider in the first place. For wanting to even build that. So I blame Kingpin for even starting the whole shit up in the beginning. Kingpin was the one trying to travel through dimensions in the first place. Not Miles, not Gwen, not anybody else. It was Kingpin that wanted to do all that bullshit.
He lost his wife, man. I don't do that.
Hey, white man with money.
His wife and his son.
For his wife and his son, which, again, I understand. I 100%. Oh, this goes back to sympathetic villains. This goes back to fucking bullshit ass sympathetic villains. Why am I feeling bad for Kingpin? Why am I understanding where Kingpin is coming from? I shouldn't. He's a goon. He's a gangster. He murks people out just because they looked at his girl wrong or looked at him wrong. I shouldn't.
So you wouldn't kill the man who looked at your wife the wrong way?
Oh, absolutely. I fight that every day. I fight that intrusive thought every day. Because my wife is fine as hell. I love my wife. I fight that. I've thought. Anyways, but yeah, at the same time, but the writing, like the writing of Kingpin, why am I feeling bad? Why did sympathetic villain bullshit? Sympathetic villain bullshit again. But again, yes, Kingpin did what he did for good reason. Wait, what? Kingpin smashed my boy getting Emery's head in the car door.
Oh, he's talking about Daredevil.
Yep. Yes, he did. Again, that Kingpin, I fucks with that Kingpin. That Kingpin.
I don't.
How do you say his name?
Vincent D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio, yes, Vincent D'Onofrio. I liked his Kingpin for that Daredevil. To be honest, I'm still always gonna revert back to the actual to the 90s Spider-Man Kingpin. For those of you who don't know, all level 7s, we actually talked about. We actually have a whole episode on the animated series Spider-Man from the 90s. Please go check that out. It's on our Facebook. It's on our YouTube. I don't think it's still on our Twitch because it's kind of far back, but it's definitely on our Facebook and definitely on our YouTube. Check it out. The Super Breakdown on YouTube. Or you can click the link in our bio on Facebook, and our bio on Instagram, on our bio on Twitch as well. Our link tree, you can just go straight to it. The playlist is the Super Breakdown podcast. It's right in there. Spider-Man the series. But yeah, I will always revert to that one as my favorite Kingpin. But honorable mention, Michael Clark Duncan from Ben Affleck Daredevil.
Listen, all right, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I believe Michael Clark Duncan is the guy who runs the city. I believe he's that guy.
Yes.
Vincent D'Onofrio, not so much.
He seemed like he was struggling a lot. I feel like Vincent D'Onofrio's the Kingpin was struggling a lot. I feel like he was struggling a little too much to keep control of the city. Michael Clark Duncan's Kingpin was like he had absolute control. You know,
Like,
Jag,
yeah,
Jag, I want to bust your balls a little bit. I did this whole mission on like the hardest difficulty without being detected. I just want to point.
I wasn't fully paying attention. Listen to the conversation, so I was distracted. So ha 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 ha.
And I took them all down with wall takedowns too.
I'm just fucking distracted. So
No. Hit the gears, pull the gears, and then web them up, and then pull the wire. But yes. I don't know. Yeah, I like I like D'Onofrio's Kingpin for the MCU as it currently is, but I feel like Luke Cage could end up being a better Kingpin than Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, because we saw at the end of Luke Cage, he took over pretty much the black market or the underground pretty much in order to create stability within Harlem. But I also want to point out how cultured every iteration of Miles Morales is. And just a quick honorable mention. I want to point out how cultured he is. But yeah, no, I feel like I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot more for Miles to come. That would be very interesting to see live action Miles Morales going against Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin. I'm just saying.
No, I would like to see him interact with Tombstone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to see him deal with the one who's like
for playing the voice of Tombstone in the animated series. R.P. Uncle Phil.
I would like to have him interact with someone who's like a legitimate threat who's street level. I mean, I appreciate, Childish Gambino and everything that could come of him playing the Prowler, but it's like I want to see a villain who's a legitimate threat who's gonna fuck shit up.
I agree, and I personally feel like Tombstone is that nigga.
Right?
Yeah, I personally feel like Tombstone's that. Want to know who I would love to play Tombstone?
Go ahead.
Krondon.
Well, he's already Tobias Well.
But Tobias Bell is dead. Remember, they killed them. They killed them off in the end of at the end of Black Lightning. And that's also a different universe too. That's DC.
Listen, my feelings on people universe hopping. All right.
I do, but I feel like first off, I just want to point out Krondon did an amazing job as an albino racist.
He said, "I hate niggas." That's the motto. Last name Wells, so big that I go.
And I'm not gonna lie, he came out with some wild ass insults. He's like, "You big lip black bitch."
He said, "You bug-eyed, big lip, nappy head Nimrod." He said, "You gonna learn today, nigga."
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, your Black Lightning had me in tears every time Krondon would say one of them Uncle Ruckus ass slurs. I feel like Krondon got so much over Uncle Ruckus.
Listen, like I was just waiting for like the Dave Chappelle Negan come out, like, nigga, don't you know you're black?
I was waiting for the camera to turn and Clayton Bixby is over there. What? Huh?
Oh god.
Oh my god. Just pull the shields and beat the ass. The Venom dash works. Oh! You want to get a trophy real quick? I don't know if you already got the trophy. Venom smash and then Venom dash.
I'm not trying to get no trophies right now, man.
I'm just saying, if you want a quick trophy, hit him with a Venom smash and then hit him with a Venom dash. So hit Venom. Hit Venom jump.
I think I crashed
Oh no! He actually crashed it. He crashed
Doing
it.
too much.
Doing too much. Oh man.
Wow.
Damn, you broke it. You broke it. Oh man. Damn, you broke it. Are you gonna boot it back up or are you gonna boot something else up?
I'm with something else up.
What the?
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, Chaz. It automatically saves at the when you start the mission.
I gotta find it first.
So it saves at the start of the mission, it saves at the end of the mission, but you can also manual save in between.
Oh, there it is.
But I think Crondon would do pretty good though as Tombstone.
That's who plays him in Into the Spider-Verse.
Wait, what?
Yeah. He plays him in Into the Spider-Verse because Tombstone's one of the guys who works for the Kingpin.
Give me a second. For real? Did I miss that? And first off, I've never heard Crondon's music. I just want to point that out.
What do you mean?
I've actually never heard his music. So it says an American rapper. Where? Let me see. Oh, he did play Tombstone.
Told you.
Oh shit! How did I miss that? Oh, he also. He's actually reprising his role as Tombstone in the No. Who is he playing? Who is he playing in this? Because remember, Bad Bunny has a Marvel. It's going to be playing a Marvel hero.
He might be pulling out from the project.
Why?
Because it delayed it too much, and he has a busy schedule, so they may be pulling him.
He ain't busy. He can do whatever he wants when he wants. He becomes so popular, he can do whatever he wants when he wants. I just want to point out, Jag, me, you, and Bad Bunny are the same fucking age.
What?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we are the same fucking age. That's some old bullshit. Just because motherfuckers can speak Spanish, he done made millions. That's why I'm trying to boost my Spanish. Not only to talk to my in-laws, but also because I'm trying to get famous.
What? What?
Hold on. Let me see. Let me see who Crondon's playing in El Muerto. The Aztec Zombie. IMDb. I just want to double check. Because that would be really cool if he actually is reprising completely as Tombstone. Where the fuck is his? What the? Whoa. Oh, okay. I guess IMDb is not really set up properly. So only have Into the Spider-Verse, Into the Dark, and Black Lightning. They don't even have Los Muertos up here yet. But yeah. Let's see here. I don't know, but I personally feel like Crondon, he would play a really good live action Tombstone. Shave his beard off, give him some stilts, make him a little bit taller. I think they hit it on the money. I personally think they
really went with that name of him. I hate when I did that crap to him.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is what's going on. If you haven't been introduced to this before, this is Mugen. For those of you who don't know, all the level 7s probably already know. So who are we doing? Miles? Oh, our Kid Arachnid. I'm sorry, I forgot he had his name. He was named Kid Arachnid at one point. Oh, so it looks like Chaz knows this game. You can have him going against. You can't have him going against Venom because it's probably the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Venom, and that motherfucker is broken.
There's multiple Venoms.
But no, yeah. I just feel like Miles is an amazing character. They're doing amazing things. I'll be honest. I personally feel like Miles is starting to phase out Peter.
It could happen. It could definitely happen.
I definitely can. Why are they so fucking small? Why is the board so big? They're really fucking small.
Because they're J-Star style. You know that.
Goddamn. But the board is huge. This is a Bleach board.
Oh, speaking of that.
Yep, I haven't watched it yet. I don't want to hear it. I haven't watched it yet.
Haven't watched what?
The first episode of
No, they're coming out with a new game.
Bleach? Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw Bleach has a new game coming out, as well as the first episode of season 1 of 1,000 Year Blood Art Part 2 just dropped.
Does he have regenerating health? Because I know Miles hit him. He's just getting beat up.
Yeah, Miles has been landing some good hits, and it seems like
he does. Self regens.
Oh yeah.
Nope, he ain't winning this fight.
Yeah.
Nope, I can tell. Nope, I'm gonna save him.
Yeah, just end it. Just end that. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. But yeah. All right, so it looks like we actually have a comment on Facebook as well. Oh, I've heard of Mugen before. Used to see mods on this game years ago. See, here's the thing. With Mugen, it's not technically mods. They're not technically mods.
Might as well do it's going to be in Spider-Man too.
Yeah, might as well. But yeah, they're not technically mods because the game itself is made for you to put characters in and take characters out. You can put any character that has a combat sprite, you can pretty much put them in there. If the sprite is accurate.
Oh, he's comboing him pretty good though.
Oh my god, yeah, he's going.
I think I'm in the corner. No, I got the corner.
Get out the corner, Miles.
He's out there selling that Reggie.
Goddamn.
He's looping.
Get the black man off the corner. Get the black man off the corner.
They're selling the Reggie.
Damn.
Well, first I want to point out, I don't think Miles will ever sell some Reggie. I think Miles will be selling that good. I think he'll be selling that Zaza gas to have you sitting there looking at Cloud 9. I think Miles will sell that gas to have you looking between the Spider-Verses. I don't know. Yeah, I personally feel like across the Spider-Verse, we're gonna see a bunch of different dimensions open up. We're gonna see them hopping across dimensions. But before we go, as always, I gotta shout out our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, today the Super Breakdown is brought to you by if I can stop fucking hiccuping. It's brought to you by W Energy Drink. Guys, I use this shit all the time. And oh my god, when I say that the Super Breakdown would not be possible without this stuff. It would not be possible without this stuff. It seriously helps me out, push forward. It definitely gives me way more motivation. It's packed with a bunch of B vitamins, C vitamins, A vitamins, neurofactor to help keep your mind focused. It's more of a mental energy than a physical energy. Keeps you focused while you're going throughout your day. One scoop for 32 ounces in the shaker, and you are set and ready to go. I've actually been playing around with this stuff lately. I've actually mixed it with lemonade before. I've actually mixed.
I thought you were gonna say mix it with something else.
I've thought about it.
You can't.
I've thought about it. I'm not even gonna hold you. I have thought about it. That has been an active thought in my mind. But I'm like, I'm not that crazy. But I've been mixing it with lemonade, and specifically the Galaxy Grenade. Mix that with lemonade. It is absolutely fantastic, guys. The Galaxy Grenade. Mix the Galaxy Grenade with with what you got going on, with any like lemonade, anything that you feel like it's gonna work for you. Berry flavors work really well as well. Guys, this stuff is great. You can ask these guys after I drink Dumpy, I'm ready to go. I'm creating everything and anything possibly imaginable. I've written whole scripts after drinking this stuff. For those of you who can't necessarily have caffeine, they do have a non-caffeinated, caffeine-free drink as well. Hydration blend, Monkey Madness, which is strawberry and bananas. I haven't tried it yet because I like the caffeine. But this is gonna be next up on my list. Next up on my list right here to try this one out. But yeah, if you guys are interested in getting some W, if you are a gamer, podcaster, streamer, or you're just having a hard time dealing with a bunch of projects at work, I recommend W. If you're interested, guys, scan the QR code that's on the screen right now. The first link that pops up will give you 10% off any of your W orders going forward. Please check it out. Let us know what you guys think. I personally love it. I stand by it whatsoever at 100%. I use it every other day. I drink it every other day, and it keeps me good. It's crashless, jitterless, only 150 milligrams of caffeine, which is essentially just 2 cups of coffee. Which essentially it's like drinking 2 cups of coffee because you're drinking 32 ounces of it. So that's essentially 2 cups of coffee right there, right on you, right there. And there's no artificial dyes, no artificial flavorings, no none of that. It's great. Everyone that I've let try this stuff has loved it. Guys, definitely scan the QR code, click the link in our bio, hit that first link, get your first order of W. They also have starter packs. If you're not sure you'll like it, they have starter packs. With the starter pack, you get 1 shaker. You actually get a whole shaker for it, and 3 single servings of 3 different flavors. So guys, I definitely recommend checking it out. Super great, super good. Yeah, and that's also our sponsor. I just want to give a shout out to Terramana Tequila. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get another bottle yet, so I'm currently drinking Grasso, which apparently means dangerous in Spanish. It's 100% agave tequila, silver, 80 proof. This stuff has been pretty good. I like it as well. So shout out to Perro Grasso and Terramana. But yeah, so guys, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between level 7s, this has been an awesome show. This has been a super fun show. Do you guys have any final words for the peoples? Or are you niggas knocked out sleeping somewheres? Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a super breakdown. I'm your host, Maximus, Saiyan Jag, and somewhere slumped over somewhere is Lord Triage. We love you guys. We'll see you guys next episode. Not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. Max is the Conqueror, the Saiyan King, Saiyan Jag. We're out of here, you guys. Later.